Everyone, I wanted to walk you all through my Helikon-Tex Foxtrot MK2 loadout. This is basically a day kit, but if I add a blanket, some food, and a few extra things, then it becomes definitely an overnight kit for me in the weather that we're currently having, 40, 50 degrees. This loadout will change throughout the year, so just kind of keep that in mind as you look at this video. But this is currently shot in February, again 40s, 50s during the day, dropping down to about 20 at night. So I always like to start from the outside of the pack and then we work our way in. On the outside I have a silky, or I'm sorry, not a silky, this is a Baco Laplander. I switch out between the silky and the Baco pretty regularly, but I like the Saw a lot. It's really widely available, and it's really affordable too. In this little pouch, this does not come with the Foxtrot, but this is, I believe, the Helikon-Tex E&E pouch is what this one's called. And this one houses my heavy cover canteen. So this is the titanium canteen set. I've got the canteen down there, and then I've got the lid and the nesting cup in here. And then I've got a little spice kit. This is from Badger Claw Leatherworks. And then in here, I just have, and it's actually dumping out, but I have these little vials that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and they work pretty well, but as you can tell, it does dump out, so the lids aren't the best. But I've got the little spice kit in there for cooking and whatnot around camp, or if I get a fish or something like that out on a day trip or an overnight, then I have a way to season that up. Again, just keeping with the titanium theme, just to keep it light, I've got one of the Light My Fire titanium sporks. Moving over here on just a carabiner, I have a 50-foot section of paracord and then about a 20-foot section. And then I think this one is a little over 6 feet that I hang my bag with. And this is typically the one that I yank some paracord off from for a bow drill fire or something along those lines. Up here on top, it's got this bungee cord material, and I just keep a shemagh wrapped up here. But you can shove a few things in the shemagh, like food, or I actually packed my bow drill set in this earlier, and it's over there in the dry. So I always keep a shemagh. That's just one of the things that I love having with me. In the front, I'm not going to break this all the way down, but this is my land navigation kit. So I've got a map in a Ziploc bag, and this is a pretty heavy duty Ziploc bag because I don't want it to get wet or a hole punctured or anything like that. And then inside of this pouch is my entire land navigation kit. There's a protractor, Suunto MC2 compass, some pace beads, pencils for marking up the map, a pen, and then a little flashlight in there. And that's pretty much the entire contents of the front pouch, just because this is a pretty small pouch once you start loading those bulkier items in the way that I've got them. Then moving over into this side, this is just an SOL bivvy, so it's just one of their little small ones just in case I do get caught out on an overnight, or if I'm out and need a little extra warmth, then I've always got that. It doesn't take up much room, and then it's also really lightweight. Over here is one of the Condor dump pouches, and currently this is loaded up with Eastern Red Cedar and a little bit of fat wood that I've collected while I've been out here. This is definitely something that I would recommend for one of these smaller packs like this, is a dump pouch. These fold up literally smaller than my hand, but they fold out to be really large, so you can collect as you go. That's one of the luxuries that is not afforded with a small pack like this, is having that ability to carry a lot of stuff, especially whenever it's bulky, like pieces of fat wood or bird's nests, that type of thing. So definitely recommend a dump pouch. And then moving into the inside of the pack, and also this is all in addition to what I carry on my person. So I carry a couple of Wazoo survival necklaces. I always have a fixed blade on me. This one just happens to be the SE6HM. And then I've got a few other little things scattered in and about my pockets. So all of this is in addition to that everyday carry. But up here are a few items that I get to more regularly, so they're up there, easy to get to. This is the Fire Rod XL, and this one has tinder built in. So it's got the duct tape, which is an emergency wet weather tinder or for repairs. Then there is tinder capsules on the inside of this that are waterproofed as well. This is one of the Exotac fire sleeve Bic lighters, or Bic lighter sleeves that is, and just got a Bic lighter with the child safety lock removed in there. Moving on to the inside, the last two things are just a charging cable for my phone and my little wireless, or I'm sorry, solar powered battery charger is sitting over here. I'll roll in a clip of that so you can see it. It's from Titan Survival. That's really cool, just so that you can charge on the go, and as long as you've got sunlight, you've got a way to charge your phone or two-way radio or whatever you've got with you. In here is a Leatherman Wave Plus. I know a lot of people, they say that you don't need a multi-tool in the woods, but actually I get a lot of use out of this thing, from picking up pots out of the fire, or I'm sorry, cups out of the fire. I use the wire cutters a lot whenever I'm breaking off red cedar boughs for making an improvised mattress. I use that a whole lot if I don't have my Baco Laplander saw with me while I find those. So I really like the multi-tool, and that one's got a saw and a few other little tools on it, a couple of extra blades, of course. So that's really handy. In here, this is the Helikon-Tex, I think it's the sear pouch is what they call this one. And I won't break this down in its entirety, but this is kind of like my possibles kit, and this changes out quite a bit. Currently, I do have this little headlamp in here that I'm really excited about. This is the Phoenix HM50R, and this is a detachable flashlight that attaches to this headband. And this has a red light mode and then white light modes as well. I'm really enjoying this one. I like operating by red light at night to preserve night vision, or if I'm walking into a camp spot or a hunting spot, I like that a whole lot at night. Just a little char tin, and that goes along with my flint and steel. And then there's the little piece of flint. And then also I've got the little Exotac Nano Spark, and this is just a little spark wheel. So right there, don't know if you can pick it up with the sunlight, but it's just a little spark wheel, works really well with char cloth, and then it also works well with those little tinder capsules that I was talking about that are found in the Fire Rod XL. I keep a couple of little surefire options in here. I've got the Match Cap XL from Exotac, and this is loaded up with Yuko stormproof matches, and I like these a whole lot whenever it's super windy and I'm struggling with fire. It's kind of a tinder and accelerant mixed all in one. This is just a piece of wax jute, and this come out of an Uberleben tinder wick and bellow. I've got that in there. And then lastly, I've got one of the Exotac rip spools, and this has duct tape, a sewing needle, a little repair kit on the inside, and I also have some fish hooks in there. So that wraps out this little pouch. Let me go ahead and I'll get it put away. And we'll dig through the rest of this pack. There's not a whole lot left. Like I said, this is a pretty minimal kit. I definitely can get away with a whole lot less during a day trip, but whenever it's colder like this, I like to have some extra options with me. So this is just a cat tourniquet right here. I keep that right on top, and oftentimes I'll actually slip this into my anorak or my jacket pocket. That way I've got it on me in case I walk away from camp and something really bad happens. I've always got a way to stop major bleeding. And then I also have one of the little Helikon-Tex micro meg kits. And this has quick clot, this has headache medicine, Benadryl, Band-Aids, basically anything that you need to stop pretty serious bleeding, but also just the minor inconveniences that you get out here. And also, there's a lot of Helikon-Tex gear here. They don't pay me or anything. I just really like their gear. Their stuff's really awesome. I've really enjoyed this Helikon-Tex Foxtrot that we're talking about and going through. And then I've just got all the little accessories to go along with it. And this little med kit, best med kit ever. I absolutely love this thing. It resides in my back right pocket every single day, and it has for probably close to a year, maybe longer. I really like it. And then moving on to the inside, we broke down this pocket. There is another little pocket right here, and I've just got like some extra baggies and things like that in there. Just another little bit of cordage right here. And that actually reminds me, I totally forgot to break down this pocket. This is just bank line, and this probably has, I don't know, 100 feet of bank line. And I like bank line a lot for things that require knots. It binds on itself really well where it's tarred. I really like that. And also I like it for whenever I'm fishing and I need a way of keeping the fish alive. I just kind of string it through their gills or something like that. It's always good to have extra cordage and bank line. And speaking of fishing, I've got one of the Grim Workshop tins, and this one is fully loaded up with a hand reel, some bobbers, lures, fish hooks, and quite a bit of stuff so that I can fish in my area. We have a pond on the property that I'm on, so I fish there quite a bit whenever it's warmer, and then we've got some creeks and stuff. So that's always a great way to kind of subsidize your food and make it a little bit more self-reliant out here. That's what we're all about. So moving in here, these are the last items. So I keep a way to sharpen all of my tools. This is the Worksharp Field Sharpener, and this has everything from the diamond stones to ceramic and then a leather strop. This is probably my all-time favorite field sharpener, just because you can repair axes, you can repair saws, you can repair your knife, everything, and then you can hone it as well, which is really nice. And then lastly is just my shelter kit, and this is one of the Helikon-Tex US military ponchos, and I've got that one just kind of bundled up with my Ridgeline right there, and then I've got some just super cheap, I think these are like 50-cent ground stakes from Walmart. They're just the little stainless steel ones. I found that those don't break as easy as all of the others. And then the last component of my shelter is just a 55-gallon drum liner, and typically I have 2 of these in here, but I've used the other one up. But this is a great way to create a moisture barrier on the ground. You can load it up with any of these leaves that are around the ground and use that as an improvised mattress to keep you from getting so cold at night and wet. But that is the entirety of this kit. It's very simple. Like I said, this is the way that I've got it loaded up currently for the late winter. We're kind of around 20s at night still, but I would feel comfortable with this loadout and then a wool blanket and a fire going. I would feel pretty comfortable with that, and definitely more than enough for a day trip. But I like toys. I like coming out here and playing and enjoying my time working on projects and stuff. So that's kind of the loadout. Hope you all got some ideas. If you all have any questions or want to share some thoughts, definitely drop me a comment, shoot me a line on social media and all that good stuff. And you all have a great day.